Good morning, everyone. Today, our goal is going to be to work on the conclusion. I've already gone through and left some notes for your introductions. You guys did a really good job with that. I was really impressed, so keep up the good work. So today, we're going to talk about, go to Unit 4. Today is the 25th, and so we are going to work on the conclusion. Now, just like for the introduction, Mr. Rowe and I put a student example of the conclusion in there to hopefully help guide you through your conclusion. Now, if you click on this introduction lesson over here, there is actually already a part of it that is based on the conclusion. So if we go over here, conclusion, present, you'll notice that the first sentence in your conclusion is supposed to be restating your thesis. So you're going to go and look at your thesis in your introduction, and you are going to do the exact same thing, like the exact same ideas, but you're just going to say it in a different way. That's sentence one. Then you're going to have about 2 sentences about the main ideas of each paragraph. So summarize your point in body paragraph 1, and then summarize your point in body paragraph 2. And then you're going to have one overall sentence, about Achebe's claim, followed by, and here's the really important part, why should we study imperialism? At Northwood High School, the anchor for all freshmen is about imperialism. Why do you think we're making you write this anchor about imperialism? What lessons do we want you to take away from this unit? How does imperialism impact identity? What are the overall takeaways? All right. So on this PowerPoint, there are some questions that can help you and guide you as you work through your conclusion. So take a look at these slides because I think it'll help you. But for now, what I want to do is I want us to take a look at the actual conclusion itself. So right here is the example. So let's restate the original argument. Overall, in Things Fall Apart, Achebe illustrates the negative impacts imperialism brought to the Igbo politically to take control from the colonized and culturally separating families because of Christianity. So boom, we see that their paper is writing about taking control of the colonized and separating families because of Christianity. Revisit the evidence. The imperialists brought a new government, set courts, and changed the laws that caused the Igbo people and can't follow their original system in governing, and also convert new faith to Igbo that caused the family separation, which makes the Igbo culture and identity losing their values and falling apart. And then over here, the person wrote an overall claim about imperialism. The lesson Achebe wants the reader to know is the danger of using a single story. What this person means by a single story is the fact that imperialism for 100 years was really only told from the perspective of the Europeans. No one really understood imperialism from the perspective of the Africans. So, the lesson Achebe wants the reader to know is the danger of a single story, which is the purpose of why he wrote the novel based on the native Igbo people's perspective. He illustrates the civilization of the Igbo people and the core of the values of the Igbo culture and identity that are not similar to the Europeans. And then lastly, what lesson should be taken away from studying imperialism? This shows there will never be a single story, and there will always have different views from different situations. And if people only know one side of the story, they will miss a whole of the important point. This relates to the quote said by Achebe in her speech, "If people refuse the single story, they will receive a paradise." So in this situation, this person is trying to come back to their hook. Because you guys didn't have to write a hook, don't worry about that part for right now. However, you should tell me this part right here. What is the important part of studying imperialism? Why do we do it? What lessons should you take away? So I hope this helps. You are then going to write it right here in your turn for your conclusion. Let me know if you guys need any help and keep up the good work.